Welcome, foolish mortals.
You okay?
Asthma.
Hi friends! Welcome back to our channel if you've seen our videos before, and if you are new, my name is Abby.
My name is Hope.
And we're the Disney Sisters.
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween. I don't know what I was doing with the ninja arms there, but you know.
Is that what your costume is supposed to be? A ninja?
So today we have a very exciting pin tag that is perfect for Halloween, so we knew we had to do it today, and that is the It's Good to Be Bad villain pin tag.
Now, we are going to start this by saying we're not a huge fan of the villains. I don't know, like we were really struggling. We were like, how are we going to do a whole pin tag of villains? But Victoria had us covered, and she themed the questions based on villains, but you don't have to pick villain pins. So we're like, whew, okay, we're good.
So this tag was created by Vixen Lost in Disney, and she tagged us in the original video, which is super fun.
Yeah, that was awesome.
We're very excited to do this tag and show you what we got.
Stay tuned to the end of the video to see who we are going to tag to take part in this villainous tag as well.
My ears are flopping. It's funny.
Once again, Abby getting distracted by herself.
I'm gonna take this off now.
And you might need to like calm down the poof here. Villain number 1 is Pete. He was like the first Disney villain, so that's why we're showing our first pin. If you watched I think it was our Disney Pin Tag 2.0, which we will link in a card and down in the description if you'd like to check it out. But in that video I showed my first Disney pin that I actually was gifted a long time ago. And so of course I didn't want to show that pin again, so I am showing a different one today. And I honestly can't remember when I got this, or where I got this, or how I got it. I don't know if I traded for it or bought it. I don't know. But it was one of my very first few pins, and I remember having my lanyard with like 4 pins on it, and this was one of them. And so I'm gonna go with this one. So it's January 1st, 2001. It is Mickey with a dapper hat, and he's got a cane, and he is pointing to the 2001. So I think this pin was from 2001, and it's from Tokyo Disneyland.
Ooh.
So that's one of my first pins.
My first pin, if you saw our Figment collection, or my Figment collection, not our Figment collection, it's just mine, it's just hers. If you saw that video, then you already saw this. It's just this little singular Figment head that came in a 2-pack with a lanyard charm. There's not much to it. I mean, it's just
he looks pretty happy, which is cute.
But this was the first pin I ever bought, and I just loved it. And it came with the lanyard medal. Lanyard charm? Lanyard medal?
Metal, I think.
Metal, is it? Yeah. It looks like that. Like that. Yeah. It's cute. I like it. Villain number 2 is Jafar, who's like the worst.
He is. He's
gosh,
just
gross. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. And the prompt for this one is a park you'd like to be Sultan of. Because Jafar wants to be Sultan. For this one, I went with one of my favorite parks. Maybe my favorite park. It changes all the time.
Yeah.
And that's Epcot. This is a really cute one, and the soaring glider moves back and forth with Figment on it. There's Mickey in his mission space suit. And
this
then
one's really cute.
Goofy on a test track car, and Spaceship Earth behind them. And the Epcot logo. So...
My pin that I chose for this is actually not the normal type of enamel pin, but this is from the Disney Keys to the Kingdom tour. When you take that tour, they give you this pin at the end, and it's just a key that says Disney's Key to the Kingdom, and I now have the key to the Magic Kingdom, so
The
I feel
takeover's
pretty
coming.
cool. So you get this, and then I also thought I would show the button, or the, what is this called?
Yeah,
a name tag? Name tag button that you get when you take the tour, and they put your name on it. And this is a fantastic tour.
It's really good.
If you have the opportunity to take it, do, because you can see the behind the stage areas of the Magic Kingdom, and they tell you facts about Walt Disney and the Imagineering process, and they point out little details and things throughout the park that Walt actually did himself or like came up with the idea for or whatever. And it's super, super cool. So this is what I chose. So if I had to be the Sultan of the park, I would definitely be the Sultan of the Magic Kingdom. So the third villain is Cruella. Cruella, of course, has to be in this tag.
Of course.
She is, I think, one of the more comical villains. But still, after those puppies.
I mean, anyone who's
so
willing to do that to
How
puppies.
Can you do that? The pin we are supposed to show for this one is our favorite Disney animal. So for me, you may know this if you've seen any of our other videos, but that is Lady from Lady and the Tramp. And so dogs are definitely like my all-time favorite animal. I love them. And so this is the pin that I chose, and it is from the Epcot Food and Wine Festival 2017. And it's just Lady and Tramp, and they are in the classic scene with the spaghetti, and there's like a stained glass element behind them. And this one was limited edition of 2000. So I chose this one, and it's a twofer because it has two dogs in it. So thumbs up for that one.
For my pin for this question, I chose, of course, no one is surprised, Winnie the Pooh. This pin came in our recent Magic Mail video, and it just says, "Rumbly in my tumbly," because that's like his song, and I love it. And he's so cute, just eating his honey.
Our subscribers are the best. They really are.
So Winnie the Pooh is definitely my favorite Disney animal. The fourth Disney villain is Gaston, because, again, he has to be on this list. So the prompt that goes with Gaston is, of course, your most handsome pin. Or your prettiest pin.
This one was hard to choose for me. I had multiples that I was like thinking about, but I think it came down to, like, I had to say to myself, which pin could you look at all day, every day, and still just be like, oh, it's so beautiful. So, would you ever get bored of it? No.
So my pin for this question I chose is this Prince Caspian release pin that has Susan on it, and it says opening 2008.
This is a cool one.
I love this pin. And it's not in the best condition. I think we got it on eBay, but I just needed to have it because it's Narnia, and I love Narnia. Limited edition of 1500, and I just love it. It makes me happy. So
Yeah.
I had to put that for this question.
So my pin that I chose for this question is this one, and it is Dopey in a coin. So this is for my St. Patrick's Day collection, and this pin is huge. I was blown away when I first got it in the mail because I was like, holy moly, these pins are huge. I actually have two of these. I have one with Mickey and one with Dopey, but I don't think I've ever shown you guys the Dopey one before. So it's just Dopey. He's playing the, I think that's a flute?
Some sort of
piccolo? I don't know. He's playing some sort of
wind instrument.
And he just looks so happy, and the background, Clover, is glittery and so sparkly. And yeah, I just love this one. And it's a limited edition of 800. Villain number 5 is Hook. And this is a phobia or fear pin. So this question was a little interesting to answer because I was like, I don't know that I have a phobia or fear on a pin, or a pin of something that I'm afraid of. So
yeah,
we definitely had to get creative with this one.
So the pin I chose for this question is this one of Aquatica and Ariel. Aquatica? Atlantica. Aquatica is the SeaWorld.
I was like,
Waterpark.
That's not Aquatica.
Atlantica. So the pin I chose for this question is this one of Ariel's castle from Under the Sea. Mainly because the ocean freaks me out.
She's really terrified by the ocean.
Okay.
Which is ironic because we are native Floridians. Well, we're born and raised in Florida. And yeah, the beach isn't our favorite.
You don't know what's down there. It's there's a lot of ocean on this planet, and it's very deep, and there's a lot of creatures in there that we don't know are there, and it scares me.
Even like the shore kind of scares her. Like,
I mean, I'm fine on the beach, but
going anything past like
going
putting your
past
feet in.
putting my feet in,
My pin for this question is kind of a funny one, so let me explain. So one of my biggest fears is all around us, all the time, everywhere, and that is germs. I am a germaphobe, like, big time. So the pin that I chose is this one of Madame Mim when she's in her dragon form. And this is because her demise came about because of a germ. And so I feel like in my life, like, that's gonna be the end of me too. Like, some kind of like germ, disease, infection, something is gonna like ultimately do me in. So this is like the funniest thing to me, and this was the only pin that like we could come up with to like represent a germ.
She told me yesterday, she's like, I want to do germs, and I was like, I have a Madame Mim pin.
So this one definitely represents my face when I, pretty much all the time.
If anyone sneezes near
If
her.
anyone sneezes, coughs,
like, ah!
If anyone, okay, which is so funny because like I love Disney, and I know that Disney is like one of the biggest places for like germs because there are just so many people that go through all the time. And Disney does a great job of cleaning everything and sanitizing and all of that, but there's only so much you can do in the middle of the day when thousands of people have already touched that doorknob or touched that lap bar or whatever it is. So make no mistake, when we go to Disney, I carry hand sanitizer, wet wipes, that sanitizing spray stuff, and I wash my hands a lot. So germs are definitely one of my biggest fears.
Villain number 6 is Prince John. Why did I say it like that? That was
John.
He's not the king of France. He's the king of England.
Wrong country.
Villain number 6 is Prince John from Robin Hood. And, you know, Prince John, anytime he doesn't get his way, he calls for his mommy. So, for this villain, we are supposed to show a pin that reminds us of our family. So mine for this question is this Polynesian pin. First of all, this pin is beautiful.
It is.
It's so shiny and colorful. I just love it. But secondly, this reminds me of my family because this is really our happy place. We've stayed at a lot of Disney resorts, but we were blessed to be able to stay at Polynesian, and it was just incredible.
There's something about the Polynesian when you walk in that it just, like, you just go into this vacation mode, this chill mode, and it's so nice. Plus they have Dole Whips.
Yeah. Literally most of the nights we stayed there, Hope and I were like, you want to go walk and get a Dole Whip? Okay, let's go.
We got a Dole Whip like every day.
It was great.
The pin that I have chosen for this villain is this one, and it is Anna and Elsa when they are children. This is when they first build Olaf. So this is before Anna's injury and the rift comes between the girls. And I love this pin. Whenever I look at it, like, you can just see the relationship in their eyes and how much they love each other. And this reminds me of me and Abby because we are very, very close. I would say we're each other's best friends.
Oh, yeah.
Without a doubt. And so this pin, like, totally reminds me of us when we were little. So this is exactly how it was. Like, I would do something and then Abby would be like, no, silly. So
I was trying to keep you out of trouble,
I was
but
definitely
okay.
the more adventurous one, and then Abby was more like laid back and like, no. So this pin is one of my favorites, and it's got glitter, and it's a pin-on-pin, and it's got Olaf. So villain number 7 is Oogie Boogie. And so Oogie Boogie is our favorite mystery pin. He likes to
gamble. He's a gambling villain. That's his whole thing. Like, roll the dice and see where your fate takes you. So, yeah. So when you open a mystery box,
That's exactly what you
a
do.
gamble, always. So.
And it's very addicting. So, the pin that I chose for this one, it's not my favorite mystery pin that I own, but it is my favorite pin that I have opened. So this one is the Princess Cameo's Snow White pin. And I collect Snow White, and so this was my first, I feel like this was my first mystery box I ever opened.
It might have been.
I think it was, and this was the first pin that I pulled out, and I was ecstatic, like so excited that I got the princess that I really wanted, and she's just beautiful, and she's got the red glitter background.
I love these pins.
These pins are so beautiful. So this one is my favorite mystery pin that I have unboxed.
My favorite mystery pins that I unboxed.
Oh, we got multiple.
Okay, you guys.
Story time.
I am so happy about this story still to this day. So, okay, I got, back when they first came out, I guess this was after the new movie came out, they released a Beauty and the Beast Tsum Tsum mystery box set. And so I knew I had to have them because Beauty and the Beast is one of my favorite movies, and Tsum Tsums are my favorite thing in the world, and so I knew that I had to open them, and I was so nervous I was gonna get like Gaston or somebody I didn't care about, but no, I got Belle and Beast in the same box, the first one I opened, and I freaked out. I was so excited, and then I opened the second box that I got and got Lumiere and Mrs. Potts, who are my like other two favorite characters from the movie, so I was very happy.
Yeah.
With the mystery box.
And I think we were staying at Disney at the time.
We were. I honestly
They're
haven't
really bad
opened
like
many since then because I was like,
just on the channel.
I hit my high and I was happy. So
now she just opens my mystery boxes.
I do. Villain number 8 is Ursula, and you know Ursula's big bad thing is that she steals Ariel's voice. But since we are not villains, we're not gonna steal anything. If we could borrow a talent or something from a Disney character, who would we borrow from? That's the question we have to answer with this pin. So, my pin is this Rapunzel pin that's actually Hope's because I have one with Rapunzel on it, but it's 2016 like big logo that also has Rapunzel on it. So, I would love to draw and paint like Rapunzel. I have no artistic talent in like the creation of art. I definitely would love to be able to do that. I have so many friends who are so talented at that, and I just dropped the pin because that has to happen in every video.
She's gotta drop something in every video.
But
there's your daily drop.
This is a daily drop of Disney.
The person that I chose for this, or the talent that I chose for this, is Anna. And her talent, I think, is being super positive no matter what is thrown her way. And she's super loyal and is really, really loyal to Elsa through the whole movie, even when she injures her and gets struck in the heart. She still believes that it was an accident and she didn't mean it, and she really isn't a monster. And so I think to have that kind of positivity and that kind of faith in someone is really admirable. Admirable. So this pin is Anna, and it is from the Disney Studio Store Hollywood, and this one is a limited edition of 400, and it's just Anna looking cute in front of this stained glass element, and I love this pin. So Anna is definitely the person that I would take her characteristics if I could. Villain number 9 is Chernabog, and so this one is a non-Disney pin. Why is that one?
Because he's from Fantasia, and so she said fantasy pins.
Oh, okay. I see you. I get you. So we were supposed to choose a fantasy pin for this question. However, we do not own a single fantasy pin.
Seriously.
How is that even possible?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think for my first few years of collecting, I was kind of anti-fantasy pins. I just wanted the authentic, real deal from Disney, Disney authorized. And then recently I've been much more open to them, and I love them, and they're super cool. I just haven't gotten around to purchasing any yet. We each have a non-Disney pin to share with you. or I do. We just have some different pins to
we'll
share
explain.
with you, so we'll explain them as we go. So mine is the only other pin that is not Disney themed, Disney licensed, Disney anything, and this one is a pair of ballet shoes. And these are, I think I got this pin a few years ago. It was a gift from my parents, but it says, when you get the chance, I hope you dance. And so I love this for many reasons. One, because I am a ballet dancer and I have been doing on the toe ballet for 7 years, which is crazy. Seems like just yesterday I started. But yes, I've been doing it for 7 years, and also it has my name on the card, which is awesome. And yeah, it was a gift from my parents, so I love it. And this is my one non-Disney pin.
So here's the thing. This one is technically, it says copyright Disney.
So it would be authentic Disney.
But it's not like a Disney pin trading pin, I don't think. I think it's like a decorative pin. I love it. I think it's adorable, but it doesn't like say pin trading anywhere on it. There's no Mickey back, so I don't know where I got this. I honestly don't remember. But it's adorable. It's Piglet as he's illustrated in the original books for Winnie the Pooh, which Winnie the Pooh is one of my all-time favorite books also. And he just got a little horn and sitting on a little present. I think this is maybe Christmassy.
Time, yeah,
Christmassy pin. And it's just so cute, and I love it, and it's so small.
It might have been like a movie rewards pin
yeah,
or something
I don't really
like that.
know, but I love it. So
it's cute. So, yeah, we kind of failed that question, but yeah, I definitely do want to add some fantasy pins to my collection.
There are a lot of really impressive ones out there, I have to say.
We're to our final villain!
Ooh, okay, so the 10th and final villain.
Oh, I guess that's 20.
The 10th and final villain is the mistress of all evil herself, Maleficent. And for this, we are supposed to show a pin featuring our favorite Disney villain. So honestly, I don't know that I have a favorite Disney villain, because I like we said, we don't really, the villains aren't really big in our house. Yeah. So I went with this one, because it is one of my favorite villain pins, and it is Maleficent in her dragon form, and it's so cool, and the colors are so vibrant, and I love it, and it's from actually the same collection of the Madame Mim pin that Hope showed earlier, the Disney Dragons set.
I think that was one of the coolest hidden Mickey sets that came out, because they're such unique characters. Well, Maleficent is, you know, anyway, but it was really unique.
Madame Mim and Elliot from Pete's Dragon, and Figment and Maleficent, and I can't remember who the 5th one is, but there's a 5th one. But anyway, Maleficent is pretty epic. So,
she is. Yes. And a perfect one for the Maleficent themed question.
Exactly.
So this pin that I'm going to share with you is not necessarily my favorite villain. Again, I don't know that I really have a favorite villain, but this is my favorite. We're so good at this, guys. We're making do with what we got, okay? This is my favorite villain pin that I own, and I don't own many, but this is my favorite, and it's so cute. This one is Shere Khan from The Jungle Book. And he's just in his grumpy cat phase.
Like, I want the man cub.
Not amused by anything, but he's just so cute. His head is so big, and his body's so small. And he is adorable. And this one is an artist's proof. And it's from 2016. And this was a mystery pack. So, Shere Khan is the pin I'm going to share with you today. Alright, so that was the It's Good to Be Bad pin tag. Thank you so much, Vixen Lost in Disney, for tagging us, and now it's time for us to tag a few people. So the first person we are going to tag is Emily from Zippity Doo Disney. Yes, girl, we are tagging you again because you did so awesome with the Smile and a Song tag, and we know you have awesome pins, and so we want to see more of them. So we're tagging you.
The next person that we're tagging is Beth from the Collectioneers Club. Beth, we tag you to do this. We know you have gorgeous pins.
Yes.
We can't wait to see more of them. And we know you'll have fun with this one. So we're tagging you to do it. Have fun with it.
So we're going to tag Kate, aka Princess Minnie. If you have not checked out her channel,
you should.
You totally should. She does unboxings and Disney pin content. We will link all of these channels in the description.
They're all great. And finally, we are tagging Miss Cherry, or Jessica, from Miss Cherry's channel. She also did a great job with the Smile and a Song pin tag, and we want to see more of her pins. So, Miss Cherry,
this
tag
gives you
you're
a
it.
perfect video to do in your new filming space.
Yes.
So, tag, you're it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up.
And subscribe down below for more Disney magic.
And we'll see you next time. Bye!
I am the one hiding in the young bed.
I'm thoroughly freaked out.
What am I trying to say? There was
What are
a
you
point.
trying
There
to
was a
say?
point I was trying to say.
I had a point.
I had a point. So, if you actually...
You're like, okay, twist my arm, I'll go first.
Okay. Let me rephrase that.
Oh my god. Okay. I was trying to wait till we finished. Okay.
But it's my favorite one that I have.
I'm struggling here.
Struggling today.
There you go. Nailed it.
Nailed it.